Withstanding builds the spirit. The norm does not promote that. The norm promotes popular is having the most pleasures. Pleasure numbs, and it's a drug, which drugs do. It's a hardcore drug, rather. Pleasure. So much to where when the materials cease to satisfy, what do we do to get pleasure? We start consuming each other. Or when we don't have a material or can't reach it, we see somebody else got it. That pleasure, it causes us to consume another, to receive it. And I mentioned the other day, the mind is not physical. Like, where is the mind? Like, looking through your own vision, it feel like it's your mind. And it possibly is, right? But you can't grab it. You can't grab a mind. So why are so many minds captivated by something physical? The mind is spiritual, but it's bound to something physical. But when you flip it the other way, nothing physical can touch it. That's deep. Nevertheless, transparency is another thing that today's norm considers transparency like almost a crime, to where I'm certain you've heard it. Plenty of people, if you're not one of them. And I don't need to mention it, but I'm not condemning anyone. I'm not the judge. I'm not perfect. I am flawed. Some of the things I'm talking about, I'm not exempt from. If I don't do them now, I have. So, I'm not perfect. I'm no better than you. I have certain critiques, traits of my personality that are different from yours. I think you just walked more than a mile in your dad. We all have greatness in us. So to go around like, oh, they ain't better than me, like, that's irrelevant. I mentioned how you can feel that way about somebody, but who you are is all that matters. And again, I'm not the judge, you're not the judge. Seems like there's always something to learn. And we must also know, for those who say stuff like that, oh, they ain't as thorough as me, whatever. Females included. I'm talking about men and women. If you pinpoint somebody and down talk them, try to make a statement, make it clear that they're not better than you. Number one, that's up to the other person. You can say it all day. I may disagree, though I don't feed into that. If I was that kind of person to feed into it, you saying that don't confirm it. I would have to be the one to confirm that. If I say I'm better than somebody, you will have to be the one to confirm what I just said. Nevertheless, what if that person moved to another state or another country? You're gonna have to find somebody else to say you're better than, because they is nowhere around now. Like, who you talking about? Who you are is all that matters. Anyways, though, transparency, the norm, today's norm, they made that basically a crime. To where the majority say stuff like, oh, I don't gotta explain myself to you. Or a bystander say, oh, you don't gotta explain that to them. Like, thank you. I understand that, but I'd like to explain myself. Is that okay? I'm not the judge. Are you a judge? That was sarcasm, but I don't mind. No one has to explain themselves. But if one chooses to explain themselves, don't condemn them. Some of us, plenty of us, can really use some explanation. But when we're bound by fear and being seen differently by people, we don't want to stand out in fear that somebody would be like, oh, you different. I don't see the issue with that, but that's most people. Like, they would demonize me because I'm not going along with their way. But what they choose to do, I don't mind. If it's detrimental, I will do what I can to encourage. I'm not going to condemn them and be like, oh, you just, there's no coming back. Like, you're just done. And just diss them. I would say we are in an underground dungeon. There are those who look to guilt trip people to conform. I'll see. There's something wrong. Because they don't want to, go outside. I mentioned, if you ever played a video game and it glitch, or you know how to make it glitch, and you go out of bounds, and realize it's a whole nother world outside of that small corner they put you in the game. There's more out here, but I don't know what made it so cool to follow others. If you're interested in that, okay. They like to play ball, I like to play basketball. That's common interest. But following, almost hypnotic. It makes me see pictures. That's very strange indeed. So your parents are on Earth. It's hard to comprehend. And then they are nowhere near. I think scrutinize is the word, but down talking somebody who not doing that. Or actually sees something detrimental in what's being done by massive people. We should make our exit from this dungeon. They scorn them. Who's that? Riff Randalls, member of an illegal hypno-rock group called Discord. Pleasure. It's a drug, and it numbs. I've noticed. It's the hijacked carrier freighter. I'm starting to have what I believe is a workable theory. It's fantastic. And in a land of consumption, there is always something to relieve, quote unquote, our discomfort. We're flooded with pleasures, and pleasure is not a crime. There's nothing wrong with it. But when we start devouring each other for pleasures that we weren't even looking for. I talked about like an Escalade. It's the same thing I mentioned, but it could be anything. A gold chain or whatever, a nice diamond chain. Ooh, people, they take other people out for things like that.
Only one man could have known that I had been transported into the future. Only one man.
Some Jordans, sneakers. People have been harmed for shoes that we weren't even looking for until they came out. Now we see them. We were thrown that pleasure. Like iPhones, we wasn't looking for iPhones. They were pushed on to us. Now it's people who are willing to do unspeakable things for the materials that are pushed on to us. We become biased towards others who don't have certain materials because that's our pleasure. So now this person is just, you're a nobody because you don't got a Maybach. You're a nobody. Those pleasures, they captivate the mind like.
And I did capture a richly loaded carrion freighter while it was helpless during a power failure. I love this century. It has so many opportunities for a person of my talent.
And that there.
Versions describes it better. Whatever. In any case, I discovered a board that freighter.
Same for holidays. I'm not the judge. But Christians, the ones who claim to be. Christmas alone is specifically in the Bible. Not the word Christmas, but it talk about not being like the heathen. Find the scripture. Do the research. So for those who claim to be that, yet they scorn people like myself. They try to down talk me or manipulate me into celebrating something I don't want to. It's not mandatory. It's never been mandatory to celebrate that. Yet that pleasure have you trying to consume me into taking part, which all these years we've been celebrating these things. We benefit nothing, zero. Who benefits more? The ones who's throwing us the pleasures, or us from the pleasures we're thrown?
He must have come this way. But how the deuce will we follow him now?
Materials that are given to us, they're thrown at us to exploit us, got us distant from each other. That's one thing that got us separate. All races, but specifically melanated people. We are the highest consumers. So it would be logical that we are the main ones biased towards each other, bringing pressure on each other to conform to a system that knows the pleasures they throw at us they are similar. They're no different than a drug. It numbs.
He's lost the scent.
What is this place? It's the old new land of the Paris Shadow Tribe. They must have taken it. Then we must follow them.
Let alone that mixed with the abortions out here. You know how bad we're like detriments. Then we celebrate days annually that we didn't even come up with. Where is ours? Why we can't make one? Why am I being scorned for not celebrating something that was placed onto us? So is it okay if I place something on a calendar and scorn you because you don't celebrate it? Who's more?
Amazing. I never
What's the word?
I'd ever be in a flying machine. We'll be over Paris in a few minutes, Jack.
It's kind of petty, but I feel like I would have more of a right to feel some kind of way. Because you can identify me. Without Googling, can you identify who started Christmas? So if I start a day to celebrate annually, which don't involve consumption in singling out an individual and feeding them pleasure. Pleasure is a drug, remember? The more you get, the more you're gonna need and want. And the more you get, the less you're satisfied.
How could he possibly hide such a thing in Paris? But that's the diabolical.
It's a drug, like a crackhead. They getting high, but they gotta run up and down the street. They chasing. This is what these things have us doing.
To the Eiffel Tower, hack, and pray that we are not too late.
And when someone like me mentions that, and say, the Bible is true, and I'm not trying to force that on anyone. I'm not here to force anyone to be a believer. But withstanding.
Shall be the secret antenna that will broadcast my song of conflict.
I cannot believe you would do such a thing.
The more you withstand a pleasure, the more you can stand. You ever seen somebody who's used to getting their way and it don't go their way for the first time? They are frantic. They panic. But somebody who denies themselves, it rarely goes their way, like purposely.
You were right. Morose is going to use the Eiffel Tower to broadcast all over the world. And beyond. What?
I'm gonna finish this later. I'll be back.